Man, ain't no lot to see. All those plans I made for myself, I got nobody else to lean on.
Welcome to everyone joining us to experience stories of resilience, hope, perseverance, and joy.
Move over to a sport chair, basketball wheelchair.
Category of best video are.
We love you guys.
Hey there, live from the Loft 100 studios in sunny San Diego, California. Big Biz Show's on the air. Great to have you along. We continue. 110 million TV homes strong, 150 radio stations in 175 countries every weeknight. Sully, Costa, and the day trader Quattro. Boom. I like that.
Love it.
What do you got for the rest of the week?
We are going up to wine country for
No
Super
kidding.
Bowl.
Wine country.
Yeah.
I thought you told me every time you come home from work, it's wine country. Boom. Yahtzee. Hello, Mrs. Costa.
Drinking that swill. No, yeah, we're heading up to
Going to Napa, or do you consider wine country like the nearest Coco's?
down the street.
Like, Mike buys his wine where he buys his suits. Chevron.
Anything in a Mylar bag,
Are you
and
going-
I'm ready to go.
Are you
Matus,
Lancers? Tyrolia.
Tyrolia, Boone's Farm.
Do you have any Chablis? Or Vin Rosé?
Yeah.
Are you, so are you going to Napa?
No, Sonoma.
Sonoma.
We'll be in Sonoma, yeah.
So you know what rhymes with Sonoma?
What?
Coma. So how much wine are you, so are you going to, are you going to, like you're going to a Super Bowl party in Sonoma?
There's
Super mellow Super Bowl party.
Yeah,
Let's face it,
exactly,
Sonoma.
exactly. No, there's a house that we rent this time of the year up there. My son comes up from St. Mary's. It's only about 45 minutes away.
So you have a Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah, Super Bowl
in
weekend.
Sonoma.
That's-
Nothing says Super Bowl like
Well, truth be told,
Sonoma.
I need to defend myself.
All right.
The ladies and a bunch of the people that come drink the wine, but Russian River Brewery that makes Pliny the Elder
there you go.
is like 15 minutes away. That's where I'm going.
Guess who's playing for his plane ticket?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I knew that was coming at some point. Great. Russian River Brewery.
Exactly.
.com. Thank you.
A perfect pairing with Dinty Moore stew.
Let's get a fly. Well, now you're in the mood for stew, aren't you?
I'm totally in the mood for stew. Canned stew.
You know,
Dang it.
You know, if you listen, keep going the way you're going. You know that retirement. They call those the Alpo years, Mike. If you don't plan ahead, okay. Which I think, nothing against the fine folks at Dinty Moore Foods.
or Alpo.
Great to have you along today. I can't wait to talk to our next guest. And I will let Mike do the introduction. But,
You got it.
But we're talking about the business of private labeling, which is one faction of what we're talking about here. We're talking about saving money in bulk, which is another piece of it. But I'll let you take it away. Go ahead. Who do we got?
He is the CEO and co-founder of Boxed, a warehouse club delivery service of pantry essentials. They've been on the scene since 2013. Stock symbol BOXD. Let's say hello to Mr. Chieh Huang.
There he is. How are you, sir? Great to have you
Hey,
along
guys.
today. All right.
I was just here listening, and I wanted an invite to the Sonoma Super Bowl party.
Yes,
Never
who
been to one in
doesn't,
Sonoma,
right?
So,
My God.
Do you guys move big boxes of canned stew? 'Cause if you do,
we do.
All right.
So we do, and we sell wine. So I think I
Okay.
can contribute
Wow.
to this party.
you're in.
The whole thing's apparently sponsored by Leafly, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
since it's in Sonoma. What do you, like, I know, let's go to, going to Vegas for the Super Bowl? No, Sonoma.
I have no.
Followed by,
There
wow,
you go.
okay, well, have a great.
I agree.
Have a great time. Hey, I've got a question for you because we've been talking about ghost kitchens in the food delivery business, which seems brilliant. And the more of this sort of B2B structure I see in this world, the more I realize we should have invested a long time ago. You guys are a distant cousin to that, obviously, with respect to what you're doing at Box, but it is kind of the same sort of philosophy that you're providing a B2B service that didn't exist before, and maybe we should have put more emphasis, or as Mike likes to call it, emphasis on the wrong syllable. We should have put more emphasis on this years ago, because this is turning out to be really what's going to change the way we do business as consumers and businesses. Talk about what you guys do there for a minute.
Yeah, so we help the world stock up through our technology, and so that means delivering big, Dinty Moore kind of beef stew cans all over the country to folks who have big families that want to stock up for a party or just in general, or to businesses as well. So you mentioned B2B. That's a really bright spot about our story and our business over the last few years. So our B2B business, where we deliver to transportation companies, to small to medium-sized offices, even to enterprise offices all around the country. That business is up, as of our last print, over 50% through the first 3 quarters of last year. So there's something there, I think, to be said.
I have to ask, there's a number of metrics here you're talking about, but this is a post-COVID economy that you're talking about, and this is something that's never going to change. Talk about before and after, because I think you're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that's right. So, I think as we went public, we were billed as perhaps a COVID play, but I think it was a bit of a misnomer, because most folks didn't know that 75% of our business was B2C, but 25% and the most profitable part of our business was actually B2B. So COVID gave us unabated growth for B2C, but B2B, you saw some months, there were real headwinds in that B2B business. And so now, as the world recovers, folks are going back to the office, folks are hosting parties again, airlines are flying again. So all those things are contributing to that tailwind. And I think B2B is that next story for us, as well as for many companies out there.
So here in San Diego, where we broadcast from, and you may be watching us somewhere in Texas or New York, or listening to us even in another country, San Diego was the birthplace to a place called Price Club, which turned into Kirkland. And prior to that, it was a company called FedMart here, and they had FM brand food. And that didn't so much turn into a national brand, but I will tell you, Costco's Kirkland turned into a national brand. Whole Foods and their, I think it's called Food 365 or something. You guys have your own private label that's quickly turning into a national brand as well. Talk to us about Prince and Spring. I think that's important.
Yeah, I love that you know the lore of the wholesale channel, because you're exactly right. Between San Diego, La Jolla, that's where a lot of it was born. And even if you look at Costco, one of the founders of Costco, he actually was a part of the Price Club back in the day, and there's like a whole book written about it.
Yeah.
But you're right, in that sense, we also have our private brand. So Prince and Spring is the name of the private brand. We only have about 100 or so SKUs, but it contributes to a large portion of our business, over 10 to 15% of our business these days on just 100 SKUs or so. So I think what you're finding is that that new shopper is willing to try new things. The generics, the name generic when I was growing up was kind of like a dirty word, where you knew you were not going to get good quality products. But now so much investment has gone into that part of the world, that if you're going to buy those store brands, a lot of the times they're as good, if not better, than the national brand.
I will tell you that Jim Senegal, the founder of Kirkland, yelled at me as a cart pusher at Price Club on Marina Boulevard several times.
Oh,
really?
Thanks, Jim. I bought my first house with Price Club stock.
Nice.
Yeah, I was part of the Teamsters Union when you worked there as a kid. I started working there in 1975, and then worked my way up to a cashier. And you're part of this Teamsters Union, which I didn't really understand. What I did understand, and that was the first. Why I'm in the business of business is because of Price Club. They gave me stock when I was 18 years old, and I'd learned about stock and price to earnings ratios and dividends. I bought my first house with Price Club stock.
And it's Price Club because of Saul Price, right?
Saul Price.
Okay, gotcha.
Saul Price
Exactly.
turned into Robert Price.
Exactly right.
Hey, first of all, we want to have you back because this is it's a great topic that we don't get to talk about. But I want to talk about Boxed coming up 2023. What are you most looking forward to this year with you guys?
Two main things. One, proliferating not only our B2B business, but also our software business. So all that software and all that technology that powers our business, we build even the robots ourselves. We've begun extracting that out, and in 2021, we generated quite a bit of revenue just on software alone, so super high margin. The other part, though, is also the strategic alternatives process that we're running at the moment. So, looking forward to seeing how that plays out and coming back and telling you all about it.
Well, you're coming back for sure. Chieh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. His name is Chieh Huang. He is the CEO and co-founder of a company called Boxed, stock symbol BOXD. You can go to boxed.com, and you might find a product that looks like this near you. There it is.
Oh,
Dinty Moore.
oh my God. Go to commercial, I'm crying.
Pop that. No sodium in that can at all.
Oh, zero.
Hey, I feel a little puffy today. Had some Dinty for breakfast.
Shelf life of 200
Wow,
years.
I can't even get my watch off. What has a longer shelf life? Plastic, margarine, or Dinty Moore?
I was waiting for the down.